Hello, hello. Welcome to Ladies of the Round
Hey!
Table, episode
That was a nice video.
20. Right? 20. It was a nice video. Guys, if you
Yeah.
know me and you know how excited I am for that new, well, I guess prequel to Borderlands, Tales from Borderlands, that's why we played that, because I cannot wait for this game to come out. I know it's WildStar beta weekend, but Toads for Goats. I gotta play that game when it comes out. That was Kelly and Pete from a band called what? Somebody tell me. Who can read in the show
Rexon?
notes? Yes. They did a cover because they love the game just as much as I do. So I got permission to play their video, and I think it was a pretty good cover. If you guys think it was a pretty good cover, head on over to their YouTube and give them a like. The link's gonna be in the channel.
And tonight Josh is Bonks, which brings us to that's an awesome fucking cover. And we just figured out that Josh is me tonight. Josh is our guest tonight. That is Mr. Josh Jones, aka Flesh for Hire, aka the porn star in the room.
Yeah.
You know him. He does the Out of Blue interviews. He's also a world record ambassador, and I'm just gonna let him tell us a little bit about himself because I'm lazy. So, Josh, why don't you go ahead and acquaint yourself with our peeps?
First of all, thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Josh Jones. I am a world record ambassador with recordsetter.com. When you think of Record Setter, just think of Guinness, but more digital. I'm the owner and founder of Out of the Blue Interviews, which we are just kind of up and coming, and former event coordinator and chief of operations at Gaming Worldwide.
Awesome. I like all of those things.
Others have porn.
And Shriv loves
I like
hats.
that. You're a busy man. I do. I have a thing.
Yeah, I try to keep myself occupied.
Hey, we're not mad at you. We like it. We like to have a man who has a plan.
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
you coming on.
So just a few quick notes. Over the weekend, I did do a massive photo shoot with Amore magazine. It was all steampunked out. If you guys haven't seen it, it is up on the website. I just did a little teaser. The issue will be out in the summer, so it's very pretty. So I recommend you guys check that out. So I'm just gonna kind of walk right into it tonight because we got lots of hot topics and we have a hot guest with the mustache. So let's just jump into it here with a few things out.
That photo shoot, there was a lot of oil and nakedness, and I can't wait for more pictures.
There are some hot models. Let me tell you,
Woo.
if you were a fan of Rocketeer, we did a little Rocketeer action. He had like a little jetpack and everything, and he's pretty flippin' adorable. And Pixie's like, yeah, like Rocketeer. I will show.
Yeah, that was like my favorite movie as a kid.
You know, it was on last night on fucking HBO. Random as hell.
No way.
Fucking Rocketeer. Yeah. So, but we did do, Bob Archer had these amazing props, and so we do have a little Rocketeer, and he is incredibly cute, and they did sexy little dirty makeup on him, and he's just adorable. So what I want to do is show Pixie the picture, because I can't show you guys yet, and then we can film Pixie's reaction to the picture, unless she just slides off her chair. Yeah, she's, and then she can't function. Yeah, it was awesome.
I hope her reaction won't be as bad as her arguing with me over my beard being an actual Lemmy Kilminster, and she thought it was something completely different.
I tell you what, though, that
almost
beard
exactly
and
the Burnside, though.
Magnum PI-esque. I mean, I'm dating myself here, but that's awesome.
Yeah, you need some aviators, and then you just be killing it.
That shirt.
This took me probably about 2 weeks to grow in. I just let it get a little bit more thicker. So, at one point, a friend of mine and I were actually trying to go for the world's longest beard, but we decided to give up on that. And
because eating is cool.
They don't make enough mane and tail for that son of a bitch.
So here's the question, Josh: would you ever enter into one of the crazy facial hair contests?
That was actually a debatable topic when a friend of mine and I were considering the world's longest beard, and we had thought long and hard about it. If it boiled down to it, and where we can find a sculptor, I guess we can call them, yeah, I would have done it. I can't say he would have, but I definitely would have. I would have given it a shot.
Do you have mustache wax in the house?
Balls.
Hell no, this is all straight natural. I just trim it up and leave it be.
All natural, baby.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Do you have name? Do you name your facial fur, or does it vary names based on what it is?
No, actually, I consider myself I guess a semi-beard connoisseur, and this is actually a Lemmy Kilminster, Motorhead. So I guess it's where
very
you
good.
from.
Very good.
I've had it for off and on for the last year and a half, and it killed me to do it, but I was receiving an award. Well, he had.
Well, I think you're a class act. You're very classy.
No one's gonna mess with Mercury style. He has only one Mercury, so I can't even touch that one 10-foot pole. No pun intended.
Hey, homage has to be paid. We wouldn't be upset with you. I mean, come on, he was a great man.
Oh yeah.
That actually is one of my favorite epic rap battles too. Is the Freddie Mercury one?
Yes.
Affirmative.
That was a good one. He totally won too. In my
so let me
opinion.
ask you, we're on the Freddie Mercury topic.
Now, have you guys ever seen a movie called Over the Top? Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You're first. Have you ever seen a movie called Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone?
Oh.
There's a guy in there, Bull Hurley. He had the whole thing coming down. I almost considered shaving these off and leaving this in tonight. I considered it, but I was like, no.
That would have been special for us, right? Just for us.
Yeah, actually would have. Oh yeah.
Right. So you can take
I wouldn't have
a photo later.
I wouldn't have gotten Pixie's reaction, so I just leave it as it is.
That's true. Hey, so Freddie Mercury, Queen. If you could pick one song, Josh, one song, what would your favorite song be?
I don't know. That's a tough one to gauge. There's too many even to name, but if I had to pick overall...
You can plead the fifth.
I can't even pick one. It's just too many to pick.
Okay, I'll move on to the ladies in the room, and we'll come back. Pixie?
Okay.
Oh, I plead the fifth on this one. I have to.
Yeah, I do too, dude. It's too tough.
I love
not even an album.
it's
I couldn't even pick a favorite album.
Okay.
That's
Don't
true.
Stop Me Now,
album, but...
Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
That's good.
There are just too many amazing songs.
There are too many amazing
ears
songs.
are gonna
when
come
you think of
popping
Freddie
off.
Mercury, what's the first thing that comes to your head when you think of Queen? What's the first song that you're just like...
On the spot? Another one
It's
bites
too
the
late
dust right
now.
off the top of my head.
Right? Yeah. They're young.
Yeah,
They
another
don't
one
know.
bites the
Let's
dust
move
is
on.
pretty up there. I do that, yeah. It's tough, man. That's
It's
tough.
just-
All right, so let's talk
Like
about some hot
Somebody to
topics.
Love is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all good.
that's
I
not
think you're
bad.
right.
That's a good one. I think they're all pretty awesome, though. I'm weary
That's a
to like
mixtape
pick
version
one.
of some...
All right,
stuff
we got
going
hot
on.
topics. Let's do a hot topic. Let's talk about Star Citizen because it was talked about a lot, and we have a lot of estrogen in the room. We're gonna talk
topics.
about it. What?
Hot topics! Pixie.
Yeah, hot topic.
All right.
Not the story.
All right. So,
okay, so-
by now you guys...
Yeah, go ahead. You do it.
By now you guys have probably heard about the Star Citizen moderator being removed after banning a girl gamer from the forums. So actually Ben Lesnick is going to sit down with us and talk about female gamers and RSI, and one of the designers over at RSI. So stay tuned for social media and updates on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
that's
actually really
inside the
interesting.
story, guys. We think there's a little bit more than what you read on social media going on, so reserve your judgment until we can delve into it. RSI,
Yeah, definitely.
if you guys don't know that game, it's Star Citizen. I know there's some people in the chat that are Star Citizen fanatics and have spent a lot of their own coin for virtual stuff. And if that's you in the chat, shout it out how much you love that game.
Shout it out.
'Cause, we're going to check it out when it comes out. We're going to get with RSI and see what we can do for you peeps in the LORT Nation. Discount.
Fuck yeah, we are.
But hey.
Yeah, and
like I
it's
said,
definitely interesting because when you look at the different articles for it, some of them are, this person was like requiring that you Skype called them and like you gave them your information.
It
so
was
they
a
could
little
verify
heavy-handed.
female. Like it was very heavy-handed, and was that trolling? That definitely can be perceived as trolling. Where do the lines merge and blur, and how are they crossed? And that's definitely
And the
something
I mean, it's just
to
the link's in
find
the
out.
chat. Check out the link. Read it.
check
Form
it
your
out.
own opinion. Keep it to yourself. We don't want to see you blasting on social media. If you're part of Lord Nation, listen, tone it down just a little bit. We don't want you
Yeah.
out there just screaming at people because you think
Yeah.
that X, Y, and Z happened when you weren't there.
Just be cool.
And we have to say that being a dev or community manager or working in the forums is not all that you guys think it is. Okay?
It's not
It's
glamorous.
not that much fun.
No, and they're real people. Like
Somebody
real
got
people
fired.
make mistakes. Shit happens.
Yeah. People need
A
to
lot of
always
babysitting
chill
going
out
on.
and give a little time. I mean, there's things I could say to CCP right now that I'm not gonna. And
CCP and bonks. Oil and water, baby.
me and
Races
them
and
are
gauges.
fighting, but we'll be fine. Yeah, I know,
Races and gauges.
right? Right? Fucking hell.
Right, so
All right,
anyway,
so
let's talk about one of our favorite things in the wide
So let's talk about
world
No
of
Princess in the
interweb.
Castle, because
I am so
obviously we're in
anticipating
the
this.
Yay! So ladies around it, we're gonna be in the cast, and it involves so
Gonna
many
be, we
positive,
are.
awesome people. We are. We're cast. We're there, and they're not done casting, by the way. So I'm about to go a little ham on this shit. Now there has been okay. I need to center myself for a minute. So let's
Break,
talk
lady.
about there's been a lot. It's been catching a lot of shit. Mainly from a very tight-knit group of, I'm sorry, fucking trolls. And they
I know
just
who they are, too.
They're troll sound
yeah, you
effects,
know who the
man.
fuck they
I
are.
hate
We
the
all
troll
do.
sound.
We
Yeah,
all do.
fucking piece of
And
shit.
and a lot of people were saying to, people who are being, whose shit, was like people who were part of the film were catching so much shit. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, just ignore it." No, these people are a very specific kind of troll. And I think it's okay for the community to come together and say fuck off, because you know what? PSP, Patrick Scott Patterson, came out today on G Plus and said, "This is bullshit. I've never seen a documentary question like this." King of Kong, everyone was just stoked. And, so he came out and said something, and, I appreciate that. A lot of people who are involved in the film are coming out, and I think that's perfectly fine, because it's getting to a point of fucking ridiculous. They're questioning the legitimacy now of the cast members. People are upset that
It's
certain
horseshit.
people haven't been included. Yeah, which is bullshit, because I'm looking right now at our website at the picture of all the ladies everyone that's in there, including the guys, and I see nothing but legit,
Let me tell you,
awesome people who give a fuck.
Today, this afternoon, Sherry Grunner Ray was announced as part of the
that's
cast.
right.
If you don't think she's legit,
Yep.
I dare you to tell her that she's not legit. See what
I knew that before it was publicly announced. And a reason why I'm anticipating this film is I'm friends with some of the cast members on a personal level, on a very good personal level, like Kat Despera, Holly
Yeah, Kat's
Antola,
amazing.
Scott Patterson,
She's caught a lot of
Dave
shit.
Danzara. Kat and I actually had a nasty falling out at one point, and then we actually reconciled, and we became really good friends. And Kat is a very diligent fighter, and I admire her
She's very
spirit and
diligent.
she keeps her head
And she's
high. I
large-hearted.
fucking admire that.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
has a big heart,
we are
and she
very
catches so much
intimate.
shit.
We're very intimate with this
yeah.
cast.
Kat's
and
a fucking-
we wouldn't be
bottom
part
line-
of this cast if we weren't.
Kat's a fucking
Go for
warrior,
it.
hands down.
Yeah.
And
If
Every
anyone
single
knows
person
more about
in this
trolling
cast
trolls than
deserves
me,
to be there.
it's Kat. Yeah, she's.
Yeah, oh my God,
she,
yeah.
She catches. Yeah, she catches a lot of shit, and she handles it really great.
that are coming out of my mouth?
Telling you.
All that
Listen,
shit.
I have to say that every
So-
single person that's in this cast, male or female, or working on this particular documentary deserves to be there for a reason.
hell yeah.
And if you don't think so, Mr. Troll, Mrs. Troll, whatever, which one of you want to be out there, wait till it comes out and watch it, and then you can tell me how we don't fit in. And hey, Lord Nation, rise up. We want to hear your voice, feel the love from you. If someone's out there trolling this movie, I don't want you to give them what for. I want you just to start clicking that like button, click that follow button, click that subscribe
And
button.
then call me,
Give
and I'll
them
troll the
a little
troll.
bit of change. Come on, man. I'll
That's
troll
what
the
I do.
troll. If you support the movie
Yeah.
and you support what's going on and us coming together to say we are more than just booth babes or titties. I know you like the titty bitties. But we are more than that.
Well,
Come
now.
on. Give it up, all right?
I mean, Scott Patterson, he's helped with that movie. And Scott is actually the biggest reason why I am at where I'm at in my career, or my life, period. Scott taught
A
me the
lot of
ropes
people
on
say
everything.
that about him.
He's a very awesome guy. We were talking earlier today, this afternoon, and he was telling me stuff about the movie and the trolling and whatnot. I'm like, what the fuck is, what? And he's like, yeah, you already know who it is. I'm like, all right, no more, 0 fucks given. I'm moving on. Let's get past this.
Yeah, I think we can drown out all the trolling with positivity.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's something. It's a shame, but you know what?
I know.
We knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen when the movie got started and we started casting. Some people you just cannot educate and or change, and those people you don't need to waste your time on, guys. You know,
the biggest thing is like everyone faces some kind of like ridicule when it comes to gaming. Be it like, oh, you're fat and you probably live in your mother's basement, like you're 40 and you have acne. Like the thing is like females in particular face like this special brand of ridicule
very special.
where like you can't like there's no in between, there's no moderate. It's like tits or GCFO,
no, they want you to cry.
or like you're stupid. Like they literally just like
you're not a real girl.
They literally want to like seep into your soul and take everything away from you that you identify with, and it's horrible. And those people like need to be shut down. So things like this are advancing women in gaming, and ridiculing it only goes to show that you're like a fucking 5-year-old behind a computer.
The reason they're going to ridicule it, and I know some of the, I'll just say asshats for simpler terms. The reason why they're doing it, it's not because they don't like a person, it's jealousy. Because of their actions, they don't get to do what they should be doing in the gaming community, and they're barred because of their actions. It's fucking common sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
the one
when you treat people like shit, you don't get to play with them.
That comes down to personal responsibility, though.
No one wants to play with me.
Like, you are responsible for you and you alone.
Yeah, you know what
I have nothing to do with it. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. Sorry.
I kind of want to seg this over.
Scott on my actions. So, I mean, Scott has lectured me on my Facebook post on my actions. Fuck it. Let's move on past these trolls. Fuck them.
Go ahead, Becca.
Well, we're gonna kind of move into trolling behavior. I see it a lot obviously the competitive gaming community is amazing, but I feel like at the same time, it's obviously in casual gaming it's there, but in competitive gaming it's very in the public eye. There's a lot of just trolls that just are unleashed on forums and everywhere. And, I feel like, and Josh, I think, knows firsthand because he's been around these people, there's a lot of unchecked ego. And I would like to see a step up because I feel like the sooner you nip it in the bud and get people who may not have social graces to understand why they're just not okay with what they're doing, the less likely you're going to get these fucking snowball effects and these mega trolls who've just become indulged by their own bullshit.
Don't be the trolls,
that's something I would like to see more of. I would like to see a little bit more of, dude, you can't fucking be here in our community doing this shit. And and it's hard with geeks, I feel, and gamers, because we've all had that rejection. So it's hard for a lot of us to go to someone else who's been in our shoes and knows exactly and say, dude, you're not acting right, or you've got to be better. It's hard for us, to kind of do that. But at a certain point, you fucking have to, because it doesn't get better if it goes unchecked. And especially in pro gaming right now, it's huge.
We have to expect better. That's part of the problem. If we don't expect
you gotta raise the bar.
That will never
happen. James Cameron, guys.
Oh my God.
That's not only part of the problem.
This is why I created the brand, because if we set the bar here and we expect better, and you don't feed the troll, you don't get sucked into that back and forth bullshit that's going on, and you support what you want to support because that's who you are. You like what you like because that's who you are. No one can take that away from you unless you allow them, people. You hear me loud?
Absolutely.
Unless you allow them. All right.
The problem
So,
goes beyond
do
that.
do you? It does go beyond that, but only if you let it, because you can
That's
only
just it.
change so much in your life without a group. Hence, this is why we're sitting here today. All right.
Well,
You
let's see.
need
Well,
to jump
Josh,
on the wagon and stand up for what you believe in, but be educated in what you believe in. Don't open up your mouth if you don't know what you're talking about, because that's when you get trolled, right?
oh, that's when they think they do
Yep.
know what
Come
they're
on.
talking about. But Josh, what do you think? What do you
Another
think
issue
extends
is-
beyond that?
I'll give a short example. A couple of years ago, I got involved with an organization who I won't name out of respect. There was a person who actually, once we're offline or off camera or off whatever, I'll explain it a little more in detail with you fine ladies here. But this person got removed from the organization not once but twice after being reinstated both times. More shitstorm occurred. The owners of such said place let them back, give them more room to run, keep trolling. If you don't take those necessary steps, let's say as a forum owner, to nip this, like you guys said, nip it in the bud, if you want to watch it go down, then you're gonna go down with it. I've seen it firsthand. It's going on as we fucking speak, because I'm looking at the fucking webpage right now. And I mean, literally, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck?
It's not okay.
That is,
and it's
that is
just,
very true.
Yeah.
And the same thing just happened with RSI. The person that was being proactive, they thought they were nipping in the bud and taking care of it before something got really out of hand. And what happens? They got fired. Even though, I should say not fired, suspended. Okay, suspended until they can investigate what happened, because this person is not the type of person, from what we understand and learning what we're learning, but we'll get more on Monday. They are not the type of person that would just ban someone for being a female. And I think that if you're working in that type of job as a community, anything, and in forums, you would think twice before you're going to ban somebody for having some boobs. I'm serious. If it was me,
but I mean, there comes a
like,
point when it just keeps coming.
And check and see if that's okay, because I'm not the one. I don't know about you, but Becca, would you just be like, oh, gone, without checking with somebody first?
No, I would, but I mean, to the extent of what we're talking about, if you see it, and a lot of people know what we're talking about, but basically what we're talking about is repeat offenses of the same caliber, if not higher, and just keep giving the baby the bottle and letting them back in. You have to be stronger than that. I know, like I said. Go ahead, Pixie.
Like at a certain point, you might want to help these people and help show them the way, but, I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Like, at a certain point, you have to stop enabling them, and you have to cut them off at the balls and say, no, stop. If you do it again, you are gone.
But there's a technical side to this problem. There is a technical side to this problem.
And what is the technical
side of it? If it's a forum member and you ban them, generally it's a straight up IP ban. Okay. Now, one thing I didn't mention is I am a player GM with Gamebox.com on one of their games. When we don't ban IPs because they can be spoofed. Most trolls are getting a little bit too technical.
You already know.
You have to start. You got to start MAC address slamming them out.
Yeah.
Hardware bans work.
Sadly, yes.
Yes, they do, and you have to, and not everyone knows how to do that. That's why I also suggest, if anyone, we talk to a lot of media people. If you're going to do a forum, please know what the fuck you're doing. They are, it can get out of control. You have to nurse it. That they're like children, and you've got to take really good care of it.
It's a lot of time and responsibility and manpower. Hence why we don't have one, because we're not babysitting you adult asses. Okay. No, not happening. It's not happening.
We're too old for all that shit.
I got teenagers,
all right,
people.
She does. Speaking of which, well, let's go to Josh first. Josh, what have you been playing, and how is it going with what you've been playing?
Lately, I've been doing a lot of mobile-based gamings on my phone. I've been playing Brave Frontier. I actually quite like the RPG. It's It's turn-based. I love the turn-based feel to it, because I grew up on turn-based RPGs, Final Fantasy and other stuff like that. And I was also a big tabletop gamer, so it kind of fits. I do play a lot of Inferno Legend on Gamebox because I work for them, of course. I have to deal with my Chinese bosses on a daily basis, literally. And it's funny because you mentioned trolls. I was trolling my boss tonight, and I'm surprised I didn't get fired. He was giving me hell because he couldn't come visit Texas because of his visa. So I told him to go get me an egg roll. And he goes, I can't. He goes, I can't take. I put a photo. It was a photo of an Asian kid pointing with a mean face, saying, "Hey, you, give me that egg roll."
That is
And
views of the guests, not ours, people. Don't send
he
me
laughed at me.
tweets.
Views of the
They, I was kind of feeling bad about it, but he laughed. He goes, "That is hysterical." He liked it. And I said, "So bring your wife over to Texas. I'll show you a good time down in Austin. We've got a 13,000 square foot arcade. I can show you around, show you the sights." He goes, "I'm single," and immediately I popped off with, "Dude, you are forever alone." And we have a good time. For international
awesome.
bosses, they know how to have a good
awesome
time.
that you can have that
I
relationship.
can joke a little bit with Carmen, but
No, you joke with me all the time. If you call me
Texas,
mom,
I'll show
you a good time down.
but you joke
I
with
should
me
be
all the time.
fired. I should have been fired like 13 times. Well, that's good. Pixie, what are you playing, girl?
A lot of
I know
IC,
what
a
you're
lot of
playing.
Melodies Escape. A lot of Melodies Escape and IC.
Infinite Crisis.
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I've actually been playing
Oh,
that.
I've been playing that
And
too.
I want to
How
play
is that?
It's
I like it.
amazing.
It's so
I do
good.
too.
It's such an
Out of
upgrade.
If it's
1 out of 5,
if it's
what do you give
Rachel,
it
I'm
for
not touching
Pixie? How many years do you give
1
it,
out of
Pixie?
5, a 4.
Yeah,
Or-
I go same thing. 4.
You've played it?
Yeah, I give Plants vs. Zombies a 5, but I give Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare a 4.
Oh, why
What?
would
It's a
you
downgrade.
downgrade
Yeah, I think
it?
that's fair.
It's just,
But yeah,
I don't know. I think Plants vs. Zombies is better
Okay.
than Plants vs.
It's hard
Zombies
to
Garden
top.
Warfare. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's quite the same caliber.
All right.
I can concur with
Fair
that.
enough. So can I ask that you stream that in some capacity so that I can check it out before I have to buy it?
I can
Yeah,
try to
it's
do
just
so. I'll have to do it for my Xbone.
Like-
Hashtag Xbones.
Yeah, something like that. And I know,
Carmen, what about you?
IC wise. Hey, 1 second. I'm not done with my conversation. IC wise, were you playing a kitty today? Kitty
I
support?
was.
Did I see kitty
Yeah.
support? Oh.
Yeah.
Unusual.
That Cat Prime, yo. That Cat Prime support. Kind of outrageous. People don't understand
It-
how broken it is. The poke is so real.
What made you decide to play kitty support all of a sudden? Just to
So
prove that it's
I
broken?
used to do it all the time. All the time
Wow.
back when Coast City was the map that we played competitively. And it's just, people don't understand how to play with her in Gotham Divided. And they made changes on her a while ago. They gave her a crit on her whip, so people were all about playing her mid. And when they changed her back, they actually made her better for support. It's just people don't understand like her general mechanics because she doesn't really fit into a team comp unless you know what you're doing and can get ahead in lane. And that's really what it's all about. It's all about playing with her poke and then ulting and just going ham on their face.
Oh, that sounds like something I
Ham
would play if
on
I
the
could play
face.
that game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's
bitch will
my
claw
life.
your eyes out. And then she'll whip your ass,
Wow.
literally, because that's what she does. She whips stuff. I've got to say,
Yeah,
though,
really.
I'm kind of shocked that Smite's not facing a lawsuit. The new Bass skin, it looks so,
saw that.
oh my god, like, it's almost an exact copy. Like, the amount of, I'm kind of waiting for there to be some issues with WB Games and Turbine and High Res.
I don't know. I mean, it's very,
That would
it's
not
very
be a fun war.
similar. However, it's been around for a little bit, right? I mean, that patch came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it takes a while to do a lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean
on
the
something
process,
like
but you would
Yeah.
think that they would. You would think that they would have. I don't know. Before this patch was live, that there would have been something. Somebody would have leaked it. But anyway, we digress. Bonks, do you want to talk about what you're playing?
What are you playing? I'll talk about mine next.
I am on the WildStar open beta train. My spouse, who has a problem, and he has a meeting that he goes to twice a week, Like most of you people out here in the world of interwebs, you cannot find a game that you want to stay with longer than 5 minutes. And you are an alcoholic. So, in my enabler ways,
Not anymore.
I decided to get into the beta with him because he's trying to find something to play. Last month it was Final Fantasy Realm Reborn. This month it's WildStar. So we'll see if he can find a home. Wait, it was Eve last week, right? That didn't last very long.
Oh yeah, is Eve already gone?
It's gone. He said if
Fuck it.
a certain person's not going to play with him beyond when he's on, then he's not playing because he doesn't have any friends.
Okay, well that's
So-
shit happens. Yeah.
It happens, yeah. And I'm really, really waiting for that Telltale Borderlands. Goat Simulator is still in the hole in my heart. That's it.
Yeah, I was about to say Goat
Goat
Simulator. We haven't talked
Simulator.
about it.
Simulator's got the fight. Oh my
I'm just
God.
gonna lick
That was
stuff.
very
Yeah,
provocative. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I love that game.
Well, I was
It
playing
just-
That's
Devil
what
May
happens
Cry
when you lick the
today.
simulator.
You were playing what?
Devil May Cry. It was actually through the HD collection, so it was the first 3 games on one disc. And I was
Nice.
reminded why Dante is so fucking adorable. He's definitely on my video game characters hit list. And so yeah, I
She
had fun
says
with that.
hit it,
And actually,
hit
that
it.
was a good value. What?
That is a good one. When you say hit
Yeah,
it, you
it's
mean
just-
hit it. Chicken bow wow.
I would hit that. Yeah. I would
Oh, yeah.
tap that. Now,
Oh, that
young
escalated
Dante
quickly.
with the emo haircut, not so much. I don't know what the fuck Capcom did with that, but that's... I like my Dante to be a grown-ass man. Let's just... I'm sure we've talked about this before, but it still bothers me. I'm gonna let it go.
Oh,
And then, of course, I played...
let this go down.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna
There's
sit back here
hot
and twitch
lady
my-
ass in Devil May Cry. Trish
I'm gonna sit
and
back here and let
lady.
you guys talk about Dante while my muscles twitch a little bit.
So I did that. Of course, I played a little Call of Duty which was a
little?
good time.
Is there something?
There was a kid. You want to talk about dumbass trolls? I played a lot of Call of Duty. There's a kid the other night. He's telling some other kid just as I get in the lobby. He's like, I don't know. He's like, every time I hear a girl on Xbox Live, I tell her to shut the fuck up because they annoy me. I don't know why. So
There
Now
was
there's
a
trouble in
video
River
I
City.
had saw
Invitation.
on a COD player.
And I
This
was
kid had
just
to be
like-
like 10.
So
In
I just was
person.
kind of like. So I told this obviously I was like, well, you might want to figure out the fuck why, because with that attitude, your penis isn't gonna see daylight till you're 40. So I was like, and he just was like, and of course he goes, oh, there's a bitch in the room, and I'm like, really? Where? Oh wait, it's you. Like, and he rage quit pretty early. I was kind of disappointed. They don't. It's hard to get one to stay on the line like long.
Why
Wait,
can't
what?
you record it? The audio gold that
I need audio capture assistance. I need if they help us, by keeping Lord alive, and there's that little link now on the website. You can throw us a little money. Old bonks can record some fucking hysterical ass shit. So
Yeah, let me
Let's
tell
do
you
Yeah.
that. $5. Throw $5, $10 at Bonks because
Do
I've
I need
been
to
on the
organize
channel,
another
okay?
fundraiser for Bonks?
no, I
Yes,
think I just need an
please.
Xbox One, and isn't it like then you can just upload it to YouTube or some shit? Like it's so much easier now.
We need
Yeah.
to
I
get
just
this
need to
stuff
have.
started because
Yeah.
it is a
Yeah.
trip. If you have not,
Well, I
been on
definitely-
this chapter, I peed myself a little. It was funny.
There was a good one. I don't know if Ryan can get the link to it, but it was a good one. It was about what is possible, and it was kind of like the ultimate form of gaslighting. It was
Oh my
pretty
God.
long.
So,
You
so
guys are
Bonks,
missing
going
out.
back to your hot dateness with Dante. So here's
Yeah.
the thing. I was watching the Warp Zone, and it's this kid like sitting in a lounge chair in like a Hugh Hefner jacket, and he's like an uber nerd wearing like a Batman shirt. It's adorable.
Oh, shit.
And he does videos that are like top 5 best video game chicks. And like why? But one of them, oh my god, it's horrible that I like watched it and I couldn't stop laughing, but it was like video game characters to fap to.
What?
Yes!
Link
It
in
was
the chat.
awful and
Link in the chat.
hilarious, and I couldn't control
Please.
myself.
Please tell me you're joking.
No,
you're
oh my
not.
god, I'm gonna find this and send you the link in this call right now.
Listen, I put the
If I
link in the
see
chat
one
to their
character-
YouTube. You can check it out.
If I see one character with Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, I'm gonna shit a brick.
Well, shit.
Please
That
don't
just
film that.
happened.
We don't want to see that.
You shit, man.
It was
Just
a figure of speech.
stool softener.
It's
Yes.
not
When
bricks.
you
It's
shit
people.
gold, then let us know.
Poop. Okay.
Oh.
You need
so
to
are
watch
you
it
guys
later,
ready?
though. It's hilarious.
Are you guys ready for some
Oh
serious
my God.
anger?
What
Because
are we-
anger is about to happen. Because I'm going to say a
I want to
thing.
hear it.
Community and Revolution are both canceled. Now, which one?
Yes.
Which one are you guys gonna have? I'm gonna start with Josh. Which one would you have a bigger shit fit about?
Community.
Okay, Pixie.
Revolution.
Shriv.
Community.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Donald Glover. He's a cute little piece of chocolate.
Community. That's the only thing wrong.
Yeah, so this is like a double whammy, and I think that NBC is gonna get hacked or some shit. Like, people are just pissed the fuck off. Meanwhile, like, what, Big Bang Theory is going on, like, season 20, and people are like, fuck! Like, it's just not...
There's a couple shows
I
out
just
there
want-
that, you know, could just go bye-bye and no one would give a flying... What you say, Bonks? How many fucks were given?
I don't care. Sheldon
Scissor.
and Howard Wolowitz are both still my, like, hetero life mates.
Oh, I love them. I love them. I love Big Bang
They need
Theory.
their
I
own
just think it's so
show.
funny. People, oh god, Jim Parsons is a one-man show. People give so much shit to Big Bang Theory. It just kind of cracks me up. I mean, it's sad to see Community go. I'm bummed out. But you know the Big Bang Theory trolls are gonna come out like, this is bullshit. And I'm gonna be like, I can't be mad at Big Bang Theory. It makes me
You know-
happy every time I watch it. Get the fuck over it. Anyway,
My mom's gonna ask me how the show went when she calls tomorrow, and I don't know how to explain it to her except for it was.
Hey, there's
it
the
was
butler.
A full frontal verbal assault. That's all I can explain to her. Fully frontal
So-
verbal assault.
So that's some TV news. So what have you been watching that you enjoy, Josh? What do you watch these days?
My daughter got me hooked on The Walking Dead, and like I'm really waiting for the next season to kick off. It left me on a very bad. Literally, when the season ended, this season ended, I was literally on the edge of my chair, going, "What the fuck? Get back away from me!"
Yeah.
I watch a lot of that. I watch a lot of. You know, I don't watch health anymore because I got sick of all the memes floating around. Wait.
Chica.
Ah,
That last one hurt.
All I heard was.
This is-
There's Pikachu
all over
sneezes
my
in the air.
mic. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That hurt. What were we talking
What?
about? Shows. So you're watching Walking Dead
What were we talking
and a
about?
bunch of cool shit.
Yeah.
She lost some brain cells, dude. Oh,
I
man.
did.
I
Wait,
think
while
she's
she
still-
has a moment to recover, I'm going to tell you what I've been watching.
Yeah, what do you watch?
I have been watching the GOT, and if you're living under a rock, that's Game of Thrones.
GOT.
And I love it. I'm going to go back and read the books after the series is done because I think that I'm missing a lot of pieces, you know, and the juicy bits that will really piss me off.
So the one
and-
warning is like, with the way the books are set up, there are like chapters for characters, and you get really annoyed because there are people that you hate, and you're like, God, shut up,
Yeah, like I
Get
can
out of
give
here.
two
Be
fucks
done.
about this bit. Yeah, it's thick, man. Like there's a lot of info in this, and I give him credit, but you know, fuck off. I don't care about so and so's auntie who died last year. Like fuck your face, you know. Like, I did laugh out
I
loud.
won't read it because I'll be tearing pages out. Like, damn, I gotta get to the good.
Yeah, just fuck. I did laugh out loud this last episode, though. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but let me just say,
Yeah, don't give me
motherfuckers want to
spoilers,
give.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it
I'm not
yet.
gonna give any spoilers,
you-
but I'm gonna say this. Man, Littlefinger, you really got yourself in it, dude. Like, Like, when
Listen.
bitches want you, they want
I'm
you.
not sure
That's
how to
what it
take
was.
When
that.
you were messing around with my show notes, did you take out my my video that I put in there for Tyrion's trial?
Okay,
I
that I
swore I
didn't
put a
see.
video
Well,
in.
no, because we didn't want too many fucking No, that I didn't see. Did you have that in there? It should be in there then.
I
Unless
did
I
have it
accidentally
in
took it
there.
out.
But anyways, there's a cute, awesome video out there on the YouTubes where somebody, and I don't remember who it was because I can't remember the link, but I'll find it and I'll put it on the Twitter. They did a mock trial of Tyrion already, and it's a cartoon. So if that doesn't flip your wig, when I say cartoon, you have to watch it. It's quite hilarious.
Yeah.
Stop with the hair
Oh my
jokes,
God.
please. No
It's
more
quite
hair
funny.
jokes.
Oh,
It's
God.
funny. But besides
So,
GOT Vikings,
yeah.
I'm keeping up with my Vikings. I have to have my what shall we call it?
You know,
Viking
you
Fantasy
mentioned
going
Vikings,
on.
and I've never watched that. And I should.
You gotta.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm
Give
honest with
him
you, and I
his
should
biscuits!
start watching that show.
Yeah, you gotta watch Vikings. Well, I should say, if you're of the female persuasion, girlfriend, you need to watch you some Vikings.
I watched the
There's some
shit out of the
fantasies
Spartacus
going
series,
on
though.
that you don't even know you have until you watch that show. Dirty. And then
Super
also
dirty.
Orphan Black. I've caught up on that because started up again and we're watching that. And then Orange is the New Black is coming back, guys. You haven't watched it, you're gonna watch it with me because I love it so much. I'm very excited.
Although I did watch the shit out of the Spartacus series that was on Stars. I love that series.
Yeah, before
Oh, yeah.
they upped it with the because the guy died and they had to find a new lead. It was a good show. I liked the first season.
You know, I had a Twitter conversation with Stephen DeKnight on this, and he really went all out on his research and kept it historically accurate as possible. And I admire him for doing such.
Oh, yeah, I'm a
I
history
really-
nerd, so I take that shit seriously.
And you may want to get
Oh, yeah.
you may want to get a chance to watch it. I mean, he did a few things that he just really couldn't
He
reproduce.
took some
but
liberties, but I think overall it was very well done.
Hell yeah.
And Lucy Lawless was a little dirty girl in that that show.
I mean,
Lucy Lawless is fucking hot, dude. She should be on the hubby's three-way list. Fuck.
oh,
Well, if she ain't, she will be now. So Bonks, what do you watch?
What?
What are you watching?
I sneezed all my hearing out. I'm watching, oh my god. Silicon fucking Valley. Find a way to watch that shit. Let me
Yes.
tell you some shit about some fucking Silicon Valley. First of all,
No, wait,
I've
don't
never
do
been,
me
but I
spoilers. Don't do me spoilers because I'm on like episode
I'm not
4.
doing you spoilers, but I'm going to say this. TJ Miller is an out of control fat piece of shit, and I love him for everything that he does in that show. The cast is amazing. The cast is amazing, and Mike Judge, for those of you, you know Mike Judge, he does Beavis and Butthead,
I
he
do.
does fucking King of the Hill, you know who the fuck Mike Judge is, and he's finally, and he really, he needed an HBO thing, he really, it's so
he can
accurate to the
unleash.
shit that I hear that comes out of, Silicon Valley is a ridiculous fucking place, make no mistake. It is a nerd / entrepreneurial fuckhole where everyone has to go and just circle jerk to make money. It's
Bermuda
insane.
Triangle.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a very vivid description.
And he depicts it in this great fucking way where, I mean, it's just
Josh,
hysterical.
we're gonna
And
give it
again,
a Lort Nation thumbs up. You got to watch this show if you haven't, because all of us
Yes.
have watched. You have not watched it. You
So
need to
pick-
be watching it because we want to see what
What was the
your
show?
reaction is when you watch the first couple of episodes, sir.
yeah,
We
I'm going
wanna
to start
see your
live
face.
tweeting.
All right, I'm gonna start writing
Yeah,
it down.
so-
What do I need to start watching? I'm gonna start writing it down.
Silicon
watch
Silicon Valley. Watch that shit.
I got that one.
The introduction
Was it
alone is amazing.
Vikings.
You see that Napster
Vikings.
bubble go up and come back down. Oh yeah, Vikings, watch that.
All I have to say is snack dick. That's all I have to say.
It's so
Hashtag
good.
Sorry.
It's so
She said
good.
yes word.
Yeah. Watch that shit though. Find a way. Oh, Dad's is getting canceled. I'm sorry. I think it should. I can't laugh at
I don't know
Dad's.
why. As much as I'm
I've
thinking
tried.
it's nerd culture, I watched one episode
Oh.
of King of the Nerds and I was not happy.
Oh yeah, that show does not make me happy. Silicon Valley's HBO, Aegon. No, King of the Nerds. I tried to get into it, and like Kevin Smith in the first season made a girl cry because he didn't pick her. I actually thought he was very wrong as well, and who he thought should win this debate over Batman, of course. And I don't know. It really a lot of these shows. Same thing with the sci-fi reality shows like Heroes of Cosplay. Yeah, and all this shit. I feel like it just amplifies things that we don't need amplified in this community. And
I like the fact they brought Booger and Skolnick in, but that's about as far as I was content with.
Yeah, reality TV is just sucky.
Yo, Pixie, what you watching?
Blacklist.
Ooh,
Resurrection.
Really? Have you watched it? Anybody else? Pixie? I mean, my kids.
I love Resurrection. I like it so much. And then Black Box. Oh my god, Black Box is so good. Like, as a psychology major, watching Black Box makes me incredibly happy because she goes through like manic fits because she's bipolar, and they display her mania so incredibly well. It's insane. It's one of those moments where like I sit down and I'm like, squee! Like it's impossible.
Is that
like
show me Domo. Domo Batman.
Dixie, I'm going to raid. Dixie, I'm going to raid. I'm going to raid your place and take your domo. Just saying.
No. Like my weakness.
I will kill you.
Oh my god.
Yo, we can scrap. We can scrap. No problem.
Dude, let's go. Let's go. I mean, I'm a whole 5'1.5" of Scrappy McScrapson.
Yo,
you might as well call me Scrappy Dio. Scrappy Dio.
Orphan Black, I love that show.
Cheers to Orphan Black.
Let me say something real quick because Bones is going to interject here. If you guys are watching Face Off, you should know that Face Off, that wonderful show with all that makeup and all that crazy stuff. Who does the makeup? Who do we know?
It's Krylon. I'm actually wearing Krylon right now, so I don't look like a fucking hose beast when you guys are looking at me. So yeah, Krylon makeup. They have a store here in Chicago. We have a little video up there on the YouTube about it. So they don't just do special effects makeup, as you can see. They do pretty makeup.
It's very good makeup, guys. It's good quality, and it's not expensive. Because when I walked in there, I thought, oh my god, I'm going to bust out my credit card, and I'm going to get in trouble when I get home. It's really not. I was very, very pleasantly surprised at the price range of the quality of makeup. This stuff isn't MAC counter, cake your face stuff. This stuff was
they're not stank.
God, I can't.
They're nice people,
and there's not one here, so I'm a little traumatized. When we go to Cali, we need to get me some stuff. I need to hook up when we go out there.
I gotta get you back to Krylon, Chicago. And when Pixie comes visit, I know you want to go, girl. We're gonna get you all did up. Some Krylon style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that stuff. And they're the nicest fucking ladies in there. I took my mom in there. Yeah. She had a good time. Like, it's an incredibly good time. So, yeah, Krylon makeup.
You owe it to yourself to go. Girlfriends, boyfriends, go. Because, or get somebody a damn gift card. You can't get that quality stuff at your CVS or your Revco or wherever the hell you're going. Walgreens. That ain't happening.
Yeah, but they're... What were we talking about? Let's talk about some shitty internet policy. Yay!
Uh-oh.
My favorite. So,
are we discussing net health now?
Yes, we're gonna do that. And it's gonna be the most ridiculous conversation ever. But, so I know in my article, speaking of Big Bang Theory and all that, I said in my article that one of the things that was a bigger threat to nerd culture than Big Bang Theory is shitty internet policy. Now, granted, a lot of it hasn't come to fruition, but, I mean, I just feel like it's a good conversation to keep having. I feel like our generation is going to define how this shit goes and how the internet will be governed. So, you know, My
I'll
big
learn
thing
the
I want to
internet.
talk about.
You fucking moron.
Yeah. Yeah. So the big thing I want to talk about tonight, though, is especially with you nerds and all of us who follow it, and are following the story and are following these things. I need us all to acquire some people skills so that, when you're on Facebook or you're in the street, you hear people, I know it's a tall order for some of us, but when you hear people talking about it or and they don't know, and someone might admit, look, I don't really know what the fuck's going on. Don't be that fucking troll well, and you're stupid. No, we need everyone on our team. This is like the X-Men movie. Everyone gets together and you bring them in, you let them know what the fuck is up. Don't be a dick, just be fucking cool, because this is a big fucking issue, and it needs to be talked about. And because honestly, when I read this legislation, it's pretty fucking ballsy.
Don't be
geez.
Magneto.
Don't be Magneto.
We want you
Yeah,
to not be an idiot. That's exactly what we want.
I need to Photoshop an Uncle Sam poster says we don't want you to be an idiot.
We don't want you to be an idiot, and we don't want our internet to be fucked with. As we all know, the internet is our home away from home, and a lot of it, when you really, because I used to work in politics, so I read these bills, and it blows my mind sometimes the huevos that these guys have, the shit that they put in these legislation proposals. It was like, geez, you greedy fuck. But I want you guys to form your own opinions about it, but most importantly, just to kind of start having this conversation, because obviously for me, a lot of this stuff makes my ass itch when I read it, and these bills and shit and proposals. But yeah, I don't know. Is there you have any advice for?
I need to. I'll wait this part. I actually want to hear this part. This advice part.
Which part? You go ahead.
I just been informed that you guys goofed on the website and listing as a Twin Galaxies founder. That's not me.
Hey.
Way to go, Eric. Way to be on the ball, buddy.
Oh, who the fuck put that
Don't
up?
look at me over here. Don't look at me over here.
I didn't do it.
That's what you have in the Google Doc.
Here's what we know. Okay, well, somebody take it down. Here's what we know. We know that Walter Day is, we know who runs Twin Galaxies now that it's all been squared away. So that's all taken care of. And we know that Josh is a porn star and not the founder of that. So
yes, we know that Josh has.
So that's all taken care of. Well, Pixie, where do you stand? How would you explain to someone in layman's terms with the penetration? How would you penetrate somebody's mind to explain to them exactly what the FCC is proposing?
Here's the thing.
We're going dirty.
What's going to happen is we're going to get charged more, not only for our cable and our internet services, but we're also going to be charged more for the things that we use, like Netflix. And the problem with doing so is that what they're trying to do is take some of the responsibility for things with the internet off of the individual, but they're actually putting more on us. And they're also screwing companies, which, Google, whatever. I love you, Google.
Netflix,
I'm just kidding. Yeah. I love you.
I love you, Google.
But I do. I Google everything and then Oogle it. The thing is it's going to screw smaller companies because they're not going to have favoritism. It's like Google, when you do Google searches,
and you're buying the ads, and the names, and
the most few things come up first. Yeah, and essentially what that's going to do is all of the smaller companies are going to be wiped out, and it's going to make it a lot harder for smaller companies to compete with larger ones. And that's already been such an issue, right? And it's such an issue.
It's difficult as it is now for them to compete with larger companies due to monopolization.
Yes.
Here in Texas, a very, very large portion is owned with Time Warner. And that smaller portion is Comcast and smaller companies. Now, in the larger cities like Austin and a few other places, Google Fiber is moving in, and I'm fucking ecstatic. Because
we're hopefully getting to Chicago.
And it's really hard. I look at it as a kind of a Ponzi scheme, in a sort of way. They're already taking our money. Just shut up and take my money from the internet so I can browse, do whatever. But if you want to start charging me more and more and more for every little thing I do on the net, then we've got a big fucking problem.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
some of us like me who use the internet for what we do.
For a living.
Yeah.
What's that going to mean for gamers? What's that going to mean for like people who play? Are we going to be charged every time that we want to play a video game because it's not something that's on your to-do list? Like,
ideally, yes, that's what
There's
they want.
almost that same situation going on in other countries where they cannot.
Canada has throttling.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
In other places,
I think the ones who are going to suffer the most are gamers. We are going to suffer the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we have to be the loudest and we have to be cool. We have to speak up. We have to be cool on it.
We killed it once. We can kill it again.
We can.
But it's important. Go ahead.
A lot of people want to, it's not going to get passed. Even if that's unnecessary, even if that's true or whatever, I want Congress and everyone at the FCC to know what a huge fucking fight you're going to be dealing with every time you dip into this issue. Because it's not going to be the last time this comes up, but I want them to know you're in for a fucking fight every fucking time. And when you fuck with nerds, they bite back. So I'm just saying, be careful.
And Aegon's got a point. FCC just needs to classify ISP as telecom and get it over with to help preserve net neutrality, which is one of the better things that you could do because you fuck with the gamers' internet and cause us to have issues with getting access to what we love dearly. We're going to go ham on some other shit that you don't want us trolling you on, okay? Stuff that really you're getting away with that we don't pay attention to because we're too busy playing some whatever we're playing. And the rest of us that make our living using the internet, don't piss us off.
Yep.
I'm here to tell you.
Here's something I thought. This is
I don't give two shits about the unemployment rate. I just want to play Infinite Crisis, for fuck's sake.
Here's something I thought long about. If this shit goes through and they're charging us more and more for Netflix or Hulu or whatever, they're gonna have another problem in their hands. Mass torrenting sites will pop up everywhere. I guarantee this.
Yep. Good luck catching all those motherfuckers.
The Pirate Bay. And then there's private sites where you actually, they can't touch. But they don't like torrenting. They don't like the Pirate Bay. That's their number one fucking torrent enemy.
Yeah.
But you're going to charge me more for something I'm already paying for to watch? Why?
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
If you jack my rates on things like that, I will immediately switch to something that I can just go get for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say it like this. They're all sucking cable cock. All right? I'm going to say it like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
this is cable. This is part of it is cable. Yeah, they're sucking cable cock. Cable wants to live forever. And the reality is if cable had been modern-minded and moved ahead of the game, they could be making a shit ton of money. But they're acting like old, greedy farts. And I'm not into it at all. And they're going to learn. They're going to learn today. Someday. Fucking hell, man.
Aegeon TV made a good... Aegeon...
Alright, we know that magic sound. That means we gotta wrap it up. I want to thank the chat for being lively. I want to thank Mr. Josh Jones for being here. So why don't we do some shout-outs before we bounce out? Josh, why don't you go ahead and start?
Yo, sir,
let's see. My former boss, who is like Scrooge McDuck in the chat, Eric Cummings, Merciless365, Record Setter, my partner out of the blue, Edward Orndorff out of Kansas, Mon Kitty 87, a good friend of mine, Amanda from North Carolina. She's a pain in my ass, but I love her anyway. You ladies for having me on here. I really enjoyed everything. This is great. Shit, I'm running out of ideas here. My mind is racing.
That's all good. Carmen, who you got on your shout-out list?
I'm going to give a shout-out to one of our cast members over at the No Princess in the Castle party that's going down, Robin Renee Brown, who has given us a shout-out on the Twitter and could possibly, I'm not confirming or denying, be in the chat tonight. So, girlfriend, thanks for stopping by. Hey.
Hey. All right, Miss Pixie, who you got?
I want to give a shout-out to our friends at MMO Buff. I'll be on their campfire show next Tuesday. Shout out to a couple of my teammates who've been in the chat.
We appreciate you guys. I want to give a shout out to Aunt Jules, who always says my hair looks nice. She's the greatest. Who am I gonna give a shout out to? Fucking, I might give a shout out to Kat DeSpirit because she's a tough lady, and we were talking to her, and she's been doing really good. Shout out to
Hey,
Patrick
Biscuit.
Scott Patterson.
Biscuits came
Yes, ma'am.
in. Biscuits came in and rolled.
Yeah, Biscuit came in, and I've actually seen him going off on trolls for the No Princess in the Castle thing. So Biscuit McFarkflux is great, and that's not his name, but and I want to give a shout out to everyone here, Miss Pixie, Josh, and Shriv, especially Shrivasta, because you know, I have to tame her opinionated mane, even though it's so beautiful. But I always have a good time in the show. So those are my shout outs. And if that's it, we're gonna bounce out. All right, guys, we love you. Everybody,
love you guys.
On the Twitter, if you got
Take care, guys.
something you want us to talk about on the show, please shout it out to us. Hit us on the Facebook or the Twitter because we're here for you guys. And later, roll them credits, Mr. Producer Man.